Happy New Year, Kenosha County. I hope everyone is staying safe and warm during this colder, darker season. The county board has been quiet in the new year. We had only one meeting in January and it was pretty brief. Because of this, I wanted to just give a few updates on things that are tangential to the county board, but of interest to the constituency. And then I'm going to give you an overview of the upcoming county board elections happening in April. One notable news update is that Kenosha Human Development Services, or KIDS, and the Shalom Center have partnered to open the Hope Hub every night for the winter. This will allow our vulnerable and unhoused neighbors to have a warm place to stay for the night, which can be a matter of life and death in this weather. The hours of the Hope Hub can be found at the press release that is linked below, and a link to other warming sites in Kenosha County is also provided. I have also heard from members of the community about concerns related to the 287G program between the Kenosha County Sheriff's Office and ICE. I encourage you all to read the Sheriff's press release about this statement, which is linked below, and form your own opinions about it. I will say this much. I have inquired previously to our Judiciary and Law Committee about possible collaborations between the Sheriff's Office and ICE when there were rumors that this kind of thing might be happening. And it is clear that the supervisors on the county board have no power to interfere with the decisions that are made at the Sheriff's Office. The sheriff is an elected official and as such is given the authority to make decisions on behalf of his office. However, given the lack of oversight and accountability with which ICE has been conducting itself across the country, I am personally wary about any local complicity or cooperation. According to the agreement, this plan will only apply to individuals who have already been taken into custody for serious criminal offenses. I think it's important that as the agreement unfolds, we all pay attention and hold our elected officials accountable to these terms that they have outlined to the public. Any citizen who wants to speak their mind about any county unit is, of course, welcome to do so at any county board meeting or Judiciary and Law Committee meeting. While the county board can't interfere with decisions made by individual departments, we do have approval power on any budgetary provisions that are not outlined in the budget that was passed last year. This can be a stopgap in some situations, and in general, it's important for your elected officials to know how you feel about the issues that affect our collective sense of safety. You can also contact the Sheriff's Office directly to share your thoughts. On the note of democracy and accountability, I will close with a quick overview of the upcoming county board elections. Out of 23 districts, there are 8 contested races. I am thankfully not one of these contested races, and thank you to everyone who signed my nomination papers and has supported me in my position. I am so happy to serve Kenosha County for another term. I'm going to do a quick rundown of the seats that are up for election. I will not weigh in with my opinion about any of these because these are people that I work with and that's weird behavior. That said, if you live in one of these districts or feel strongly about the makeup of the board, please let me know and I will connect you with the candidate who I am sure will be happy to put you to work. All right. In District 3, Annette Flynn versus Ricky Tagliapietra. I apologize, Ricky, if I butchered your name. This is a seat vacated by Jeff Gentz, who has served the county board for a very long time in various leadership positions. We will really miss Jeff on the board. District 4 is Laura Belsky versus John Kim. The seat is currently held by Laura Belsky. In District 6, Dwayne O'Keefe versus Dave Tarzan. This is a seat vacated by Andres Gama. In District 10, Felix Garcia versus David Lux. Felix currently holds this seat. In District 11, Guida Brown versus Zach Stock. Guida currently holds this seat, but Zach actually held it in the term prior to Guida. In District 13, John Franco versus Dan McKnight. John Franco currently holds this seat. In District 15, Dave Geertsen versus Lee Broadway. Dave Geertsen currently holds this seat. And in District 16, Jeff Colonia versus Andreas Mamalakis. This is a seat vacated by Frederick Brookhouse. I have really loved my experience on the county board, but I have been very lucky. The board in the last 2 years has worked well together, communicated civilly, and there has not been much by way of culture war issues that have come up. Those that did were shot down quickly. We have been able to do the important work of providing the infrastructure and services that the people of Kenosha County need without unwanted distractions. This has not always been the case, and we cannot take it for granted. As our larger country and world become destabilized, it brings me comfort to invest in my local community and to know that there are people who want to help their neighbors. This is why local elections matter even more than they ever have before. We need local leaders who are willing to stand up for the community, listen, and do what needs to be done. I hope that we can all work together to do this in Kenosha so that we can be resilient enough to withstand chaos and disorder. Take care of each other out there, and I will see you next month.